Hey everybody, Kane here, and welcome to another video of Art of Conquest. In this one, we have rocket scientists. So, I did manage to score 3 seconds, but I kind of required to use 12 heroes for that to happen. So, I've heard, I think, the fastest time was 2 seconds and 4 heroes, but I am not able to even manage, like 6 heroes or so to get 3 seconds. But we're going to talk about how we're going to talk about what people can do to improve their scores. So, first things first, like always, we're going across multiple features. So, for this particular event, I was using the Rhino Warhammer with a radius of 8 and granting attack speed on pretty much almost entire field. However, if you're gonna be using less Deadeyes, you might be thinking about wanting to use this one, which has a lot higher attack speed for the very beginning if you are going for, say, 2 or 3 seconds to clear. Again, if you have a lot less Deadeyes. Aside from that, I think the armor would be better in case of the Red Wolves because it directly adds damage taken. Those frontliners could get one-shotted in just one attack, instead of this particular one which usually covers just one squad of, say, the front line. And it does not tend to be as good as this one, because with this one you can actually get that debuff on 2 versus 1. So that is what I kind of noticed, but I still have not made it level, or rather breakthrough on level 60 to get the second one. So yeah, that's it for that. And then we have the Reliquary Stele. So this in particular is important because we have both humanoid and mech units in that particular field. So you're gonna require to get this, as this increases your damage to the army in general for the event. I'm not certain if this actually procs in terms of the battle or during the battle, so I can't really say too much about that. But we're gonna require this troop weapon upgrade, increasing physical damage. Aside from that, we would require the crit damage, but I cannot really reset, so we're gonna do it without that. Aside from that, we have initiative and we require it as well. I would go for attack speed in here, but again, I cannot really reset this. Same for attack speed in here. And then, of course, we have large units. We want to clear the very most front line as quick as possible. And the front line in this particular stage are large units. So we want to have this, and we want to have attack speed as well. In terms of literature, if you would have, say, 18 copies of literature books, you would have 30% damage taken on enemy, which essentially would help you out quite a bit in this particular event. Most people that I've spoken to that scored faster did actually have this particular buff, so it kind of does help out quite a bit in terms of even just the basic event. So yeah, that is kind of a requirement to really be competitive in timed events as of now. Aside from that, we have Dragon. So I have an event Dragon with the Blessed Fated Strike, 50% bonus damage to ranged units when on the battlefield, as well as you have other pretty decent buffs depending what kind of events you're actually using it for. Aside from that, there are 2 draconic abilities that would buff the archers. Unfortunately, I do not have them. Both of them are greaters. One costs like 24,000 denarii, the other is paywalled for a price of like 300 bucks. But at the moment, there is no way to even get that yet. So those 2 abilities would help you out in events as well. Now for Cosmic, I think it's this one. Yeah, Cosmic. I have Cosmic at level 56. Now I don't have experience to fully max it, but for now I've taken it off frontline and just completely going for events, scoring the fastest times and as quick as possible and stuff like that. So that for events is also kind of important. Aside from that, we have to take into consideration another thing that I forgot to mention, and that is upgrading most of these weapons first. Now, people would go like, yeah, but it's attack, stuff has to survive by upgrading armors and the shields and whatnot. But you're granting a lot of attack speed in terms of this particular bonus. And this particular bonus does actually provide quite a lot. So my Deadeyes have 6.6 attack speed, and I'm not really using anything else apart from just upgrading that particular armory thing. So before I had like 4.5, 5, or 5.2, and now my archers are pretty close to 7. So that is kind of important. Aside from that, we have Hero Mastery. So like always, 2, 6, and 8. Oh, sorry, 2, 6, and 10 in terms of the command for events. And after that, we have to assign specific prisms. So I have Guardian 14. I've tested this and Powder Prep Awakening. This one in particular keeps performing better, at the very least as like a second and a half or so. So I will always just use this particular one for events and put the other prisms as like secondaries on other heroes, like second or third heroes like this one. I have Rapid Strike on Gazul. I think it's an important addition in terms of this event as well, because of Fearsome Aura and you have humanoid units on the field. And then I have Powder Prep on my Hopnia, which is also kind of an important prism array. Now, aside from that, I'm using a lot of heroes. The reason for that is these particular buffs, like increasing values of the Deadeyes. Now, this actually provides a lot more than that of just full army attack stones. So, if you're not able to clear it faster, mind you, you should try inserting more heroes with Prism Array bonuses, and then you're going to likely succeed in that. Because I did with, I think 4 seconds with 4 heroes, or sorry, 5 seconds with 4 heroes, 4 seconds with 6 or 8 heroes, and then I did 12 heroes because it filled out the entire field, and I did manage to score 3 seconds without much tries. I think it was like my second try or something. So as you can see, I've placed everything like this. Pretty much entire field is covered. So let's have a shot at it. So we go into stuff is being cleared rather quite quickly. Now, as you can see, it was like a split second and I would have scored 3 seconds. So you're gonna have to try it at the very least a couple of times for something like this to work. Personally, again, it took me like a couple of tries, but there is some sort of luck involved in terms of the speed events, because you don't really know when these Deadeyes are going to headshot. Like this squad was one-shotted, the other one wasn't, and if majority of them are being cleared at the very same time, you're actually gonna beat this entire stage pretty quickly. So as you can see, 3 squads go one-shotted, and pretty much this is just gonna turn into 24 seconds. Yeah, just a split second, like 0.01 or stuff like that. It's pretty much retries, and eventually you're gonna get. But again, my Deadeyes are not technically as powerful as many of other people's, especially with the literature, especially with the cosmic not yet being fully done. So there's not really that much I can do in terms of the times for the events, but I do manage to hit rank 1s in my realm, so that is pretty good. Anyways, hopefully you found this video useful. If you did, do hit that subscribe button. It would help me out a lot. As well as if you would wish to support me more than just watching my videos, I have made a Patreon page where you would be able to do just that. In return, I would be able to help you out more individually in terms of events, PvP formations, and stuff like that. As well as I would like to thank all of my patrons for the support. Really appreciate it for your subscriptions. Thank you guys so much. Thanks for watching. Take care and stay safe out there.